Every time I blink, it gets closer. We all know that there are certain things in life that we shouldn't do, but we do them anyway. We might know that a certain food is ungood for us, or that we should be spending more time with our loved ones instead of working late into the night. But sometimes, it's hard to help ourselves. We can all relate to these kinds of situations. But what about when it comes to something much bigger than ourselves? What about when it involves the very survival of humanity? Well, this story is not an exaggeration. The closer we look at the world around us, the more we see signs of the apocalypse. While some people may still deny that we are living in the end times, there are others who have already begun preparing for what's to come. One person who has been sharing their journey with the world is a man known only as JB. He is someone who started preparing years ago when he saw how unprepared most people were for the events of 2020. Since then, he's built a large following of people who are interested in learning how to survive the apocalypse. However, in a recent video, JB revealed that he is now moving away from his old prepper ways and has begun focusing on something else entirely. So what has JB seen that has caused him to change his ways? Let's find out. The story begins in 2020, when the COVID pandemic hit the world. JB was someone who had already been prepping for some time by then, so he was able to ride out the worst of it. However, he soon realized that the majority of the population was not prepared for such a disaster, and many of them suffered greatly during those times. This is when he decided to start sharing his knowledge with the public. He began making videos about everything from growing your own food to building a bug-out bag, which is a bag that you can take with you if you need to evacuate your home quickly. His videos were very popular, and he gained a lot of followers very quickly. But as the years went on, JB began to notice a change in the types of comments that he was getting. More and more people were asking him questions about the end of the world. They wanted to know what he thought was going to happen and how they could prepare for it. At first, JB was hesitant to talk about the end of the world. He didn't want to be known as one of those people who was always predicting the apocalypse. However, he realized that his followers were genuinely concerned, and he felt like it was his responsibility to help them prepare for whatever might happen. So he started making videos about the end of the world too. In these videos, he shared his thoughts on what he believed would happen and how people could prepare for it. He talked about natural disasters, economic collapse, and even nuclear war. Some of his videos were more popular than others, but overall, he was pleased with the response. He felt like he was helping his followers to be better prepared for whatever might happen in the future. As time went on, though, JB began to feel like he was being pigeonholed. Every time he made a video, no matter what it was about, people would always ask him questions about the end of the world. Even if his video had nothing to do with that topic, JB was getting tired of being asked the same questions over and over again. He also felt like people were beginning to freak out a little bit. They were starting to think that the end of the world was near, because JB had said that it could happen at any time. So JB decided to make a video to address these issues. In the video, he explained that he was taking a break from making videos about the end of the world, and that he wouldn't be talking about it anymore. He told his viewers that he still believed that the end of the world could happen at any time, but that he didn't think it was necessary to talk about it all the time. He said that he needed to take a break from it in order to focus on other things. But this video did not go down well with some of JB's fans. Many of them were upset that he wasn't going to talk about the end of the world anymore. They felt like he was abandoning them and that he didn't really care about their safety. Some of them even accused him of being a sellout. However, JB did not let these negative comments get to him. He knew that he was doing the right thing by taking a break from talking about the end of the world. He needed to take care of himself and his own family too. So what has JB seen that has caused him to change his ways? Well, as JB looked around him, he began to notice that the world was in a state of chaos. People were becoming more and more divided, and it seemed like there was nothing that could bring them back together. He saw that natural disasters were becoming more frequent and more severe. He also saw that the economy was in sharp decline, and that there was a lot of poverty and hunger in the world. Most importantly, he saw that people were losing hope. They were losing hope in each other, in their leaders, and in themselves. JB realized that if this trend continued, then humanity could very well face extinction. It could very well come to an end. And he knew that he had to do something about it. That's when he had an epiphany. JB realized that he couldn't just focus on teaching people how to survive the apocalypse. He also needed to help them to have hope. Hope for a better future, hope for themselves, and hope for humanity as a whole. So that's what he's been doing lately. In addition to his other videos, JB has begun making videos about hope. He talks about the things that give him hope for the future, as well as the things that he believes will help humanity survive. He also encourages his viewers to never lose hope, no matter what happens. Some people have criticized him for this, saying that it's not realistic to be hopeful in the current situation. JB doesn't care. He knows that hope is what will carry humanity through the tough times ahead. It takes strength to be hopeful when all around you are losing hope. It takes courage to believe in a better future when it seems like everything is falling apart. But JB is not afraid to be hopeful. He knows that it's what will help us all survive the tough times ahead. If you are feeling hopeless right now, I urge you to watch some of JB's videos. Let his hopefulness be a beacon of light for you in these dark times. We don't know what the future holds, but one thing is for sure: we will face challenges that we have never seen before. We must be prepared for them, but we must also have hope. Hope that we will make it through okay. Hope that we will come out of this stronger than ever before. We need both hope and preparation to get us through what's to come. And JB is someone who understands this. He is someone who is not only preparing for the worst, but also holding on to hope for a better future. We could all learn something from him. I want to ask you something. What gives you hope these days? What makes you believe that we will make it through okay? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like. I appreciate your support. I hope to see you in my next video.